At the same time that Goliath is referred to, the account specifically noted that he defied them morning and evening. This was a challenge to Israel each time they observed the morning and evening prayers. The sacrifices of Israel would be made, the Shema would be recited by the people, and Goliath would defy them. And nobody would come forward. Someone else would have to enter the narrative. But surprisingly, someone had actually entered the narrative from time to time. In verse 15, it said, David occasionally went and returned from Saul to feed his father's sheep at Bethlehem. This is a true statement of Jesus. He appeared on behalf of the Father throughout the Old Testament. He walked up to Abraham in Genesis 18, where he is clearly called Jehovah the Lord. He wrestled with Jacob in Genesis 32. He appeared to Joshua in Joshua 5 as the commander of the Lord's army. He appeared to Gideon in Judges 6 and to the parents of Samson in Judges 13. The Lord went and returned many times prior to his ultimate battle with Satan, pictured by the events at David's arrival at the camp. If you listen to audio Bibles and they have those Old Testament passages that I just mentioned, if the voice of Jesus in the New Testament is the same as the Old Testament, they got the typology. Just at this climactic point, Jesse told David to take the supplies to his brothers and to their captain, check on how they were doing, and as it says, ve'et arubatam tikah, and pledges bring back. The shepherd was being asked to personally carry any debt of his brothers so that payment could be made. Instead of just saying, take some food to your brothers, David was specifically instructed to take an ephah of dried grain and 10 loaves of bread to his brothers. Also, he was to take 10 cheeses, literally milk, to the captain of their 1,000. As we saw, 1 ephah equates to 10 omers. Thus we have 10 omers of grain, 10 loaves of bread, 10 cheeses or milk. The number 10 signifies the perfection of divine order. It implies that nothing is wanting, that the number and order are perfect, and that the whole cycle is complete. The son is to carry bread from the house of bread for his brothers at the exact time when it is needed. It calls to mind the words of our text verse. But when the fullness of time had come, God sent forth his son, born of a woman, born under the law, to redeem those who were under the law, that we might receive the adoption as sons. Christ, the true manna and the bread of life, came at the precise moment appointed by his Father, being born in Bethlehem, the house of bread. Further, milk is equated to pure and basic doctrine in the Bible, as in 1 Peter. Therefore, laying aside all malice, all deceit, hypocrisy, envy, and all evil speaking, as newborn babes desire the pure milk of the word, that you may grow thereby, if indeed you have tasted that the Lord is gracious. In instructing 10 milks to be given to the captain, we can look at this as typologically saying that the basic word of the Lord is provided to the leaders. From this, they should be able to perceive who Christ is when he comes. Christ, the bread, and the word, which reveals Christ, were fully presented when the fullness of time had come. Nothing was lacking for Israel to know who he was and to accept him.